Biden admin plans to advise Ukraine to cede territory to Russia.
Wow.
What is good? Welcome back to the Flawdcast. I am your boy Flawdzilla, and I'm here with my lovely co-host Mozilla.
What up, y'all?
This is the last normal place on the internet, and we are glad that you could be here with us today, and you will be too. By the end of this video, I guarantee it, or your money back.
All of it.
First and foremost, make sure you like the video. For real, can't stress that enough. Comment for the algorithm. Subscribe if you like the video. If you really like the video, like it anyway if you watch it, just because, you know, courtesy or whatever.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm just trying to get you to like the video. But subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop
Flawd's booty.
Okie doke. So this video is from Tim Pool. You know, my spirit animal, my beanie spirit animal, my beanie twin. This video is about Biden ceding territory to Russia, which I'm pretty sure, Biden advising Ukraine to cede territory to Russia, my bad, which I'm pretty sure means they're trying to convince Ukraine to give Russia part of their territory.
Wow.
Which is a quick, fast turnaround from the news I've been seeing for the past week of we are willing to use nuclear weapons. We're not ruling out nuclear weapons and whatever. So
He was acting real bossy.
yeah, he was tough for one day. Actually, anyway, let's get this video
let's see
started
what
because
happens.
this is wild.
This is like my first. I've seen like parts of his.
Timcast?
Yeah,
You
but I've like
seen a video
never
of his?
really. Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, he's very, very knowledgeable. His situation is run very smooth, very tight. You know, it's
Nice. Takes it serious.
structured, very good structured, but it's not too strict. You know what I'm saying? It's even laid back in that sense. Like it's a good program.
Hell yeah.
I super chatted him the other day and said, where you get your beanies from? And I forget what he said, but I'm gonna go back and check because I was really just trying to put Flawdzilla into the atmosphere at Timcast. That's what I was really doing.
Manifesting this shit.
Exactly.
I like the guitar too in the back.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
That's dope.
I didn't even notice that. So he got a guitar. I got the bass. But he plays music too. Remember?
That's fire.
You didn't react to his music video with me?
No.
I reacted to his music video. Yeah, it was a good song.
That's
I didn't know
dope.
he really made music, but yeah, he really makes music.
That's cool. Word, spaghetti.
Let's get into this, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, make sure you like the video, please, because that helps more than you know.
Legit.
Thank you guys ahead of time.
Surprisingly, this story wasn't our lead. From the Daily Caller, Biden admin plans on advising Ukraine to hand over territory to Russia. This is an effective surrender of the conflict with Russia in Ukraine.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe it when I read this.
Me
because
either.
the AP's headline, I wonder if the Daily Caller has the link to the Associated Press.
I saw the headline in this
video.
video.
The AP's headline did not, actually, I think we can pull it up. Let's see what they have the headline as. Biden assures Ukraine's leader of U.S. support to deter Russia. That's their headline. And everybody sees that and they're like, okay, sounds like we're good in Eastern Europe, right? And then you scroll down in the article and it says administration officials have suggested that the U.S. will press Ukraine to formally cede a measure of autonomy within its eastern Donbass region, which is now under de facto control by Russian-backed separatists who rose up against Kiev in 2014. So there is a group
Hold
in
up.
Eastern.
Hold
Yeah,
up, hold
I
up.
was in.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was confused about this last part.
What?
Does that mean that?
It's not ruled by Russia or Ukraine, I don't think.
Okay, when they say Russia-backed separatists, does that mean they don't?
I think
Fuck
is
with
Kiev
Russia right now?
in Ukraine or Russia?
Russia.
Okay, so yeah, I think that
sure.
they separated from Russia, but still are supported by Russia somehow. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't really understand that either. But he's about to explain it. You don't have to Google it.
No, I want to know if it's in Russia or Ukraine. Kiev.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say he's about to explain what the group is, but I wanted to pause it because I wanted to speak on just the news that I've been hearing and all this stuff.
Okay, so Kiev is in Ukraine.
Yeah. It is.
It's the capital of Ukraine.
Okay, so they separated from Ukraine and then teamed up with Russia. That makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. So that's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
That does make more sense now. So, what I was gonna say was, this is wild because before we started the video, I was gonna say that we heard this dude, I forget his name, that was saying we don't rule out nuclear war, nuclear whatever with Russia, right? And then you see and everyone starts getting afraid because just prior to that, he just they just put women in the draft.
Yep.
So it's like, it almost seemed like he was like trying to rev towards something.
Yeah.
Then everyone's like, why are you focusing on Russia? You should be focusing on China and all these things.
Yep.
Like, so I don't understand what happened there. I'm not sure if it was just this dude talking crazy, saying we don't rule out nuclear weapons, and he wasn't supposed to say that. And he just said what the fuck he wanted to say. And then Biden just did what Biden does and surrendered, you know? But anyway.
Yeah, but did Biden, did he ever say, make
I don't
a
think
statement?
Biden said it. I think the guy
Okay.
said it. The Republican dude said it.
Yes, I remember that.
I don't think
he
Biden
was
said
in
it.
some part of the defense or
Yeah,
military or something,
he
but-
is. I know he is. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't remember hearing Biden say it.
Yeah, no.
I just kept hearing them reference this dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying I don't know if the situation was just this dude talking reckless by himself, or if Biden was totally down with what he was saying. But obviously he wasn't, or he was just trying to talk tough to see what people would say. Like, it could be so many different things, because I'm not aware if Biden actually
made a statement
confirmed,
at all.
Yeah, confirmed
That's
it.
what I was asking.
But
I
I'm
didn't know
sure
if he
Tim
said
Pool will say it.
anything.
Don't grab your phone, because that's why we're watching this video. If he doesn't say it, then we'll look it up after. But
Yeah.
I want to know. And it's just crazy to me that they made such a firm stance. Like, usually politicians would talk around that. You know what I'm saying? Talk around the nuclear. You know what I'm saying? Like, da-da-da. Like, these motherfuckers was acting like they was, like, ready to go at Russia. And I forgot what I was going to say, but now I remember. They're trying to make us, everyone was saying, why are we focusing on Russia when China is the one that has all but basically infiltrated us, you know what I'm saying? Like, all but put boots on the ground.
Yep.
These motherfuckers is infiltrating us in every other way.
Absolutely.
And we're like, our companies are going over there, like, all this type of shit is happening.
We're acting like we're down for it.
Yeah, and we're acting, they blamed us for you know what I'm saying? The whole shit that's been happening, even though we know that's not what happened. Like, we said it came from there, they said it came from here, but like, we know it came from there. And when then people here were agreeing that it came from there, like people in our government saying, yeah, no, it did come from over here. I mean, people in our government saying that we are the ones who started. Like, it seems like China just like our best buds, you know?
It's wild.
It's crazy, man, and they're communists, so it's just weird what the hell is happening. And like, it seemed like, and I'm pretty sure Russia and China and Iran are allies, correct?
Yeah, it's the.
So like, what the fuck is going on?
I forget the name of it. My dad.
Triaxis of evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? The triaxis?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he just said it the other day.
I'm pretty sure, because I remember George Bush saying Pakistan, Afghanistan was the axis of evil before. But this is wild.
This is
really, and Iraq too. So I think it was Pakistan, Iraq, Afghanistan that he called the triaxis of evil, the Bushes.
Is it Iran?
I'm talking about Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
okay.
Iran, now it's Russia, China, and Iran.
Yeah.
So this would have been crazy, and that's why everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on? Why are you going so hard over some like?"
Yeah.
And Ukraine is the place that Biden talks so much shit about. Like, when he remember when that video is viral of him saying, the prosecutor, I told him, if he doesn't get off the case by this time, you're not getting your money. That is like was given to him by America, and he's just like leveraging America's money and shit to like get his way for his son and shit in Ukraine.
His son had all that bullshit too.
All this shit. This is just a weird situation, but yeah, we can continue now. I'm just like, my mind's blown by the situation.
Every day.
Eastern Ukraine that are backed by the Kiev in 2014. So there is a group in eastern Ukraine that are backed by the Russians, armed by the Russians, that view themselves as completely separate, want to join Russia, and Biden's response to the buildup of troops by Russia is, let them have it. That's crazy to me. Now, I want to stress this point. If this avoids U.S. or EU conflict in the region and a ground war, probably a good thing. But I suppose there's a line. I don't know where it is. I agree with Tucker. We shouldn't care about Ukraine's borders over our southern border, which is porous and busted.
I do agree.
But I'm worried about another Afghanistan situation.
Yeah.
Where Joe Biden, he's sitting there in the command seat, and then Vladimir Putin racks up
Sets
90,000
people up.
troops, and Biden goes, Ukraine, just give it to them. Just give them the territory.
Yep.
And it's like, here we go again.
Yep.
Could there be a better way? Look,
Making
under
us
Trump, this stuff
weaker,
wasn't happening.
weaker,
What Trump
weaker,
did, he sold
weaker.
weapons to Ukraine, and Putin backed off.
Yep.
Putin takes Crimea. Trump gets elected. Putin backs off.
Yep.
Biden gets in. Putin comes back and says, "I
Yep.
That was hard. Yep.
I take it.
Yeah, I don't think Biden's calling the shots here.
I don't either.
I don't either.
I think there's.
think Putin's got compromat."
I think there's a long geopolitical neoconservative Pentagon establishment that does call the shots, and there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a trade-off here, if there's a bigger deal here.
Yeah.
Something
else going
the
on.
United States did give Ukraine $2.5 billion of weaponry. They have been very active in the region. They have had success turning Ukraine, that had its sphere of influence with Russia, towards the European Union. So this is a very complex picture. It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds from here. Obviously, I prefer diplomacy over hot war, and I think we should avoid hot war no matter what. I think the larger geopolitical
No matter what?
picture. Well, you know what I mean. I think
It's
we
tough,
don't need neoconservatives in charge threatening nuclear war, and we have that right now. A part of the U.S. government threatening the Russian government.
No matter what?
I don't think that
That's
helps
soft,
the situation at all. So I think diplomacy is key here, and I think all of America's foreign policy, especially the way it's been run under Trump and now Biden, is shooting itself in the foot and totally counterproductive, and also holds Europe in jeopardy, since of course Europe also depends on a lot of Russian oil and energy that's being shipped towards it right now. So there's a lot at stake here. I still want to see the full picture before jumping the gun and understanding what's really happening here.
Well,
Yeah,
What
this
about
shit
you?
is wild.
I think this is your point is really, really well taken, because there's all these complex pieces. There's also the piece of like, what are, the Central European countries like Poland,
Yep.
we were both, both Polish roots. What are they thinking as they're looking, Poland wants to be this big, basically ally to the U.S. and the U.S. is basically doing things like giving land to the Russians.
Russia.
That's like a huge
For real.
red flag for
Wild.
the Poles. I mean,
But
this
it's
is the
Biden-
Poles
not
have been
Biden, but
run-
it's-
basically the Russians have invaded many times. The
This-
Germans have invaded many times.
This
They're
is like, this is this is
expecting the next
administration.
time.
Yeah,
Right?
Well, let me ask you guys though: is there
administration.
any circumstance in which you think it would be good for U.S. troops to be on the ground in Ukraine?
I'm saying
That's a very
no.
hard decision to make
this
here,
point,
because of all the pieces.
Just because I don't trust Biden
That
to
was-
not leave them all over there, I'm
Yes.
saying no.
I was just gonna say, in this point in time where we are, I would absolutely say I don't
Yeah.
see anything
I don't.
that.
Biden is
Yeah.
the worst. This
And-
administration. If Biden's not calling the shots, whoever this fucking administration is that
Yep.
just pulled that shit in Afghanistan, how can you get people to want to fight?
I
Be
was
in
just
war
gonna
with-
say
go,
that.
go to war for you. What's the morale of the boots on the ground when they go
Yes.
there, when they're worrying about their administration just pulling out on
Leaving
them the
them.
whole time? That's what I'd be worried about. Like, if they could do it once, nigga, that's gonna become norm. They're gonna be like, yo, fuck it, we got what we wanted. See ya.
And-
See ya, America. That
and-
just makes it so much easier. See ya, Americans.
It's crazy because I know, like, I'm not in the military and I don't know what it's like to be in the military, and I don't know, but I do know that like they have that like pride for
Yes.
America. So
Yes.
I would totally
How
understand.
can you trust in America?
Yeah, but I would understand why they would just go and fight for America, but I would totally understand
But-
why they would say, fuck that, I'm not going. I love my country, but I'm not going because of look at what just happened in Afghanistan.
But how can you be fighting for America if you're really just fighting for the interests of the government? You know what I'm saying? Going
Yeah.
over there in the first place, it's the interests of the government.
I know, but
because
if
like they said, we should be worried about our border. We should be worried about the relations here.
yeah,
And
Well, I mean,
China
that-
trying to fucking
that was more
China trying to take us over for real. Like, instead of worrying about that, I don't.
Well, I was just saying I wouldn't blame them if people in the military still did go and fight in Ukraine because I
think that I don't think you could say no. Maybe you could say no, but
If they
I
all
just
stood up
because how can you
together.
arrest everybody and like really, But
Yeah.
it's just like the morale is the thing that I'm worried about. The actual when you're there,
yeah,
like humans are just. I don't know. Humans are different types of creatures. We're very complex, bro. So I don't know if an entire army, like, I don't know, bro. Or not even army, just military, just like basically has been let down by this dude this entire time. But I guess maybe you're right, because this whole time vets have been being treated like trash in this country, and people still sign up.
Yeah, like
so
our heroes.
You're right. It is just for the patriotism of the country, not wanting America to fail.
Yeah.
Even though the administration is terrible trash who doesn't care and will fucking sacrifice you for their pockets.
Yep. Like look at how our heroes are getting treated.
Yeah,
right under the president's nose.
True.
It's disgusting.
That's true.
This here, I would prefer it doesn't happen. I would prefer diplomacy rule here.
I understand that you said that, but my question is, you said
Make them answer.
What do you say, at all costs, or
I
avoid war?
I think
no matter what.
avoid war at all costs.
So what if the cost is like
Freedom.
Russia overtly invades Ukraine to Kiev, and Russian tanks are occupying the capital of Ukraine? Now, I think it's the obvious thing to point out. We are not Ukraine.
No.
How much of it is our?
But that
how much of it
makes
is
Russia
our business
that much
to
more
be
powerful?
like, here's a country that
Is
we're
that what
sort
you're
of
saying?
friends with, but we're not even a part of the NATO alliance. Should we intervene?
I've seen people say that Russia is like, I hate to talk shit like that, but they're saying it's like a shell of what we actually think Russia is. I've seen a lot of people say that. I don't know if it's right or not. I don't know if it's true. They have more information than I do because I haven't even looked into the situation.
What,
really,
like it's not what we think it is?
like they're not as
Powerful and strong?
as like what they used to be at a point. There was a point when Russia was like the major issue on this in the situation. And is it if they take over Ukraine, do they become a major issue if they can just conquer an entire country? Especially Ukraine. Like that makes them take over that whole area right there. And then they can just slowly just go to even more places, and they're just on the border of everywhere. It's just going to keep happening if you just allow that. So it's probably a little more complex than that. That's just how that's what I'm thinking in my head. That's just like, I don't know. I really don't know, because that's why America intervenes in so many places, is to protect everybody.
Allies.
Yeah, protect allies and like be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing too
With a
much. We see what you're
superpower.
trying to do right now. And we can't allow that. Like, so I could see
And that's
like that would be a change for America if we didn't.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's like a big to be that superpower for so long and then to just like let it go by being
Exactly.
Biden.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's
is
a big
definitely
change for
difference.
America.
And that is like
And maybe this administration and our situation right here that they've created, maybe they've demoralized me so much that I'm like, no boots on the ground over there, when really I should be like, nah, America is America. But I'm so demoralized by my administration here that I'm like, nah, no, we only care about America now and only America. Because America was like the hero of the world, you know?
yeah.
It's
But-
like, I don't know.
But then when he was like, I agree with Tucker, when Tucker was like, why do we have to be over there? Ukraine's not our business. And
But that's what he's having the conundrum in his head. That's why he's like, is there a point where you would see American boots on the ground that you would be okay with it? And he's trying to get to the bottom of that question, because that is a hard question, to be honest. I'm not in the position to make that decision.
And because we did say no so matter of factly
Yeah,
because
that's why
because
it's a
of
good
what
question.
Biden did. That's
Yes.
why I felt no. But then I was like, wait a second.
America,
I see
yes,
why
people,
patriots are patriots.
yes,
and
people sacrifice
military.
themselves for this country to be what we are,
Yeah.
and those sacrifices there's no limit to sacrifice. You know, that's why it's a sacrifice. You, if it was easy to do, it wouldn't be a sacrifice.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So this is rough, bro. This is a tough situation. But I know that Biden's super weak and not the man for it.
Yeah, like he's not doing it for the reasons
No.
that we're trying to discuss and figure it out. He's just doing it because he's a bitch.
That's why I say Trump is an American, bro.
Hell
because
yeah.
he absolutely did what had to be done.
If Trump was still, like he said, Trump was in office, Russia wouldn't even attempt that shit.
Yeah, and Trump was good at dissipating the fear. They say he was a fear monger, but like anytime there was like conflict with another country, but I would be like, damn, Trump's gonna send us to war.
He settled it.
Like, but then it was like within a week, it was like, yep, they got the message, and I'm like,
Actually, we're
I'm
friends
like, this
now.
dude knows what he's doing, bro. Yeah, like
Yeah.
what I thought that was gonna be a bad move, but it's clearly because I'm so indoctrinated and demoralized. Because this dude, he's like, bro, no, Get the fuck out of here.
It
And they
ain't
did.
happening. Try again.
He's like, no, you think you think you're dealing with Obama? You think you're dealing with nah, nigga? That's not what this is. You're dealing with a real American.
Legit.
And he literally made me not worry. I'd be worried for a second, then it was just gone.
Yeah.
With Biden, it's like every day,
Every
like, what is this
day.
dude gonna fucking do, bro?
It's like, oh, we're going to war
Yeah.
with Russia, and then it's
He thinks
no,
we're gonna be
just kidding,
proud.
Ukraine, give yourself over.
Like,
We don't want a war with Russia.
and then we're gonna be
It's
proud of
like,
that?
Wait, what? What's happening?
The fuck is going on, bro?
And it's like day after day,
Mm-hmm.
day after day, day after day. It's wild. I
Fucked.
don't know anymore.
Yes, this is crazy.
I know I never
This is
really
crazy.
knew,
No,
but
but
like
this
I
is
really
crazy.
have no idea now.
This is fucking wild, bro. It really is.
A genocide. What if Russia?
Our business to be like, here's a country that we're sort of friends with, but we're not even a part of the NATO alliance. Should we intervene?
Yeah, genocide. What if Russians went in and started executing
That's a good
families,
question,
children
too.
on the street? Lots of media coverage of it. Are we supposed to go and police the world at this point?
That's
Is
what I'm
the time
saying.
done for that?
That's-
I'm tired
we
of
just
putting our
literally
people
asked
in
that.
harm's way.
I think there's
We
ways
just
of
asked that.
appeasing both sides and calming the situation down without reaching to those types of hyperbolic levels. Now, you made a good point. Poland
But
and other European countries
you
are
think there's ways, but with this administration, bro, I just feel like it's just like whatever's the wrong thing, that's what they're gonna do. Like Murphy's Law, is that what it is? Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. But like they're like actively making whatever can go wrong, we will
To
make
make
go
it go
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
very set against Russia. Poland even is building a military base called the Trump military base, very close to, of course, the Russian border. So obviously there's a lot of history there. There's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of bloodshed, and it's just a horrible situation to deal with. That we
It
should
is.
avoid the bloodshed.
To me, I'm going to divert the question a little bit because I don't fully know the answer, to be perfectly honest. But
Yeah.
what I do know
None of
is
us do.
that
Who does?
what I believe is
None of
that
us
the
do.
Russians, basically Putin, they only really understand strength as a response. And if you don't use that as is a important tool of your diplomacy, and they
Yep.
are incredibly aware of the fact that you will use whatever tool you have. If they cross the red line and it's a real
Yep.
red line, then they're going to abuse that massively. And I mean, so
Facts.
this, this strategy, this is what they used in Crimea, right? They moved, basically it's this kind of like gray zone warfare, right? Where they move people in. It's not really Russian. There's
You're like,
kind
what's
of,
going on?
Yeah.
these people kind of take over with the support, and then suddenly,
And they're like,
hey,
okay,
this is
Russia.
Russia,
Yep.
right? And so how many times do you let that happen? How,
Yep.
how do you need to support your allies, right?
Right.
True.
And
But
that's
it's-
it. I
it
mean,
gets
they took
deep.
Crimea.
It gets
Russia
deep.
took it. Everyone, a lot of people believe, I think it's fair to say, the elections in Crimea were bunk. They came in and said, oh, everybody voted. It's fine. Now Crimea is annexed by Russia because Russia wants their warm water port. But there are hard questions about war, right? And the reason I ask about what Russia is doing and what Biden should do is, I agree, I don't want ground war. I think if Biden is telling them, look, you're going to lose the Eastern Front because we want to avoid war, it's like maybe avoiding war is better. And if the people in the Eastern Front really do want to be, part of Russia, and don't they have the autonomy to decide
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
who they should be governed by or what country they should be a part of?
Absolutely.
There's really tough questions. But the reason I ask about, war is because right now China's got the Uyghur Muslim camps. And are we declaring war on China? Are we
Facts.
going to be like,
Yeah.
it's time to storm the beaches of Macau
Facts,
to
'cause
like
they're
make our way
absolutely
to
doing
the
crazy shit over there.
Xinjiang
For
region
real.
or whatever?
Right now in
we just allowing
in
that.
the U.S. Congress, were huge efforts being made to water down the provisions that would actually hold, China's activities in Xinjiang to account.
Wow.
It's fascinating. So
Crazy.
this is the
I missed
question,
that.
right?
He said
Let him-
right now there's legislation that is trying to make it okay what's happening in China, so
Oh,
we could
wow.
do less about it. Like, so it's less likely that we'll do
Okay.
anything about it. They're literally trying to make it okay, basically.
That's why he said. Did he say water it down?
Yeah, like
Okay.
water down
Yeah,
the
yeah,
law
yeah.
that
That's what
actually
confused
makes
me.
you
Okay.
hold China accountable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll rewind it so you can hear it.
U.S. Congress.
Region or whatever?
Right now in the U.S. Congress, were huge efforts being made to water down the provisions that would actually hold
Okay.
China's
I understand.
activities in Xinjiang to account. It's fascinating. So this is the question, right?
Wow.
So I was just speaking with the former head of Human Rights, Democracy, and Labor, okay, for the State Department under Trump, Robert Destro. So, there's probably, you could say fairly, there's 3 genocides happening in China right now. There's the Uyghur one. The Uyghur Tribunal just reinforced that reality basically today. And then there's the Tibetans. It's the same model. It's been happening for a long time, and against the Falun Gong practitioners as well, an attempt to eradicate, an entire group, not necessarily by killing everybody. That's a later stage of genocide, but through all sorts of means, including these forced sterilizations, and so on and so forth. That's actually interesting.
China's wild,
there's this
bro.
kind of other flip side. They're trying to actually prevent people from getting sterilized in China, but that's a different topic.
Right.
Well, how do you deal? This is the worst thing. This is what we agree. The global community, the free world agrees. It's the absolute worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing, right? Try to eradicate entire groups of people.
Yes.
China's doing one for sure, probably 3.
And they
and
rag
that's
on
fine.
Tucker Carlson for saying, why do we care about Ukraine? They accuse him of defending
Yeah.
Putin. The Democrats act like Vladimir Putin is the most powerful evil on the planet.
For real.
And Russia's like almost nothing to us at this point. Granted, they got a lot of nuclear weapons that I can get, but they've a much smaller population, and China's massive and way more powerful and way more dangerous and committing atrocities.
Yep.
And way more intertwined financially. And that's
And
the
we're
other
chilling.
That's the
very
big thing.
serious
And
part of
they're
the puzzle,
chilling.
right?
That's
Friends.
the
China
big
is
part.
threatening
That's the
America's
main part.
hegemony, and the geopolitical picture between Russia and the United States is complicating that, and essentially allowing China to win because they have Russia, which is going to be aligning with them when they are naturally competitors. There's a lot of thing that divides
So,
Russia and China.
is he saying that he's trying that? I didn't understand what he just said. Is he saying that they're trying to, like, ultimately? Is he saying that they could get rid of Russia to make China weaker? Is that what he's trying to say? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he just said. Like, because he just said China will have Russia side with them, and it just maybe he didn't say that. It just popped into my head. That thought just popped in my head. Like,
I was
if
saying
Russia
the
was
opposite.
gone, then China makes
Yeah.
China weaker because they don't have that ally. But I don't know why I thought that. I just thought that automatically. That's not what he was saying. I don't know why I
Yeah.
said, is that what he's saying? Because that's just a thought that went in my head. But yeah, what?
What if, like, I don't know if it would ever happen,
You good?
but what if, like, when Russia is a communist country?
I don't know. I don't know where
Is
Russia
it a
actually
is it a
is.
communist? I'm pretty. I don't know, but I
I
know
know
it's
Soviet
not like,
Russia was.
Okay.
I don't know what they are now.
Okay.
I don't really know nothing about Russia.
Me
to be
either,
honest.
and I'm not really big. I don't really know a lot about politics either.
No.
I just like to learn and pay attention
too.
and all this stuff. So
I mean,
like,
this is why I love this channel because I'm
Learning.
Yeah, I'm learning
Yeah.
things as I go.
so what if, if Russia and the United States, like, became allies?
What?
Wouldn't like nobody be able to fuck with anything? But like if they if we kept our separate, like how we are.
Yeah, no,
'Cause, like-
you're saying. What do you mean separate? Don't you try to make it seem like we're joining up? Like that's not the same thing.
No, I know.
Why'd you say keep separate? Of course we're gonna keep separate.
Yes,
Being
like-
allies is just being allies. Doesn't mean we're joining. It's gonna be Rush America.
Yeah, I didn't want people to. I didn't want people to
no one
think
would
that
say
I
that.
wanted
No one would
it
say
to
that's
be
what you
to
said.
be that.
No one would say.
But
that's
if
what
they
you
were
said.
allies,
Yeah, what
at
are you
the end
trying
of
to
the
say?
day,
Like,
couldn't
what
like
I don't
China
know
not
what
take,
that would do.
Yeah, like
Honestly, I don't know what that would do because I don't like. That's the whole thing about war. It's a risk. It's a risk that you're taking because it's mutually assured destruction. All different things can happen. Like because if it becomes nuclear, then we're all fucked.
seriously. That's another thing that I don't understand is that
That's why
If
this is
people wanna
such
go
a
to-
delicate situation.
if
People don't want to get nuclear, but it's a threat that gets made, which is a ridiculous threat sometimes. Because like,
then you would be done too.
why would you even say it? Yeah. Why
Yeah.
would you even say that type of shit? It's dumb. That's why it was like crazy when he said it. That's why it was such a big news thing.
Yeah.
And it seems like now it seems like it was said maybe to distract, maybe to get news to cover it. Like it seems like it was a different reason because to immediately back off that just makes us look weak and like
It does. The day after, like 2 days after.
it makes us look super weak. It makes us look super impulsive. Makes us look like we're falling apart. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what it makes us look like. It makes it look like America's being run by us. Like, we're the ones
Yeah.
running America. Like, oh, was that a bad idea? Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Damn, what are we
Yep.
supposed to be? Like, we don't know what's happening,
Take it
except
back.
these motherfuckers are the administration running the government. That's the difference.
That the people voted for.
Yes.
supposedly.
No. So yeah, let's something. That's something fucking different, bro. Like, you already know.
Yeah.
These niggas is wild, bro. Like, put themselves in a position to not know what
Right?
the fuck they're doing. Like, why you want to be president that bad if
For
you don't even know
real.
what you're doing, idiots?
Complicating that and essentially allowing
But
China
obviously,
to
it's
win.
because he's not even making the decisions. He's just a face, a
There's no
dumbass
way.
face. That's it.
Picture between
Part of the puzzle,
Yup.
right?
Well, China is threatening America's hegemony, and the geopolitical picture between Russia and the United States is complicating that and essentially allowing China to win because they have Russia, which is going to be aligning with them when they are naturally competitors. There's a lot of thing that divides Russia
Russia's a
and
competitor?
China. And if
So it's opposite
geopolitically
of what
the
I
United
said.
States played their cards
thing, me.
differently, they
Opposite of
could
what I
have
said. I just paused it. I'm pausing again,
Yeah.
but just because our conversation means more to me
Yes,
than
me too.
anything else.
But that was we
Yes.
thought the opposite.
My brain just went to a whole different thought because he was talking about allies and all that. So I just thought it was like, anyway. But yeah,
yeah.
I think what he's saying is Russia will align with China to an extent because Russia also wants to be the superpower. Like, so if
Yes.
Russia and China align to do whatever to America and say America is not the superpower,
Then them
Russia
two
and China
are gonna be
are
like,
now
"No,
going to be in a fucking Cold War.
I'm the
basically.
daddy.
Yeah.
No,
basically.
I'm the daddy.
Because they're ultimately competitors. So it's a
Yep.
whole type of situation. You would try to get rid of both at the same time if you're any of them. You know,
Yeah.
if you're us, you're trying to get them gone. If you're them, you're trying to get us gone. If you're them, you're trying to get us gone. You know, but this is a crazy situation.
Yeah.
This, like the international fucking
And
relations, foreign relations is just wild.
For real. And then during all this, I feel like Africa's just gonna be like, boom, here we are. We have everything in the world that.
Why do you
like,
think that?
I just feel like people are
Sleeping on Africa?
Yep. I feel like that's the next.
I don't know what's going on in Africa. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I have no
don't
idea.
know.
They keep it secret on
That-
as far as American news. They don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk about Africa. So I really don't. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think so though. But maybe I don't know. I really don't know.
They got some shit over there.
Another
But I think Africa has been like colonized so much that if anything's happening, it's another country that is
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
like use Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because America got slaves from there, but I think Europe is like
Somebody's gonna want it.
No, they're already over there.
Yeah.
They're over there right now going crazy in
Yeah.
Africa. And even I'm pretty sure America is too. I'm pretty sure I heard something
Yeah.
about like Democrats being in America right now. Like rich Democrats having shit going on in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was the Clintons, but I'm not sure. I don't want to say it
Yeah.
because I'm not really sure, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I heard that Democrats be in the motherfucking be in Africa. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm pretty sure where they're like, if where Africa is being like, if it's being like built, anything's being built over there,
Yeah.
it's for a different
Yeah.
situation, I think.
strategic.
But maybe you're right. Maybe
They
people are
played their
hiding things
cards
in Africa
differently. They could
like they do in
not.
Africa. And
if
people are like Antarctica
geopolit-
has a secret Nazi base. Maybe Africa
Yeah.
got the secret Nazi base. I don't know.
Typically, the United States played their cards differently. They could have another strategic ally in the region against their number one allying foe, the number one competitor, that most likely is going to create the Thucydides trap, which we talk about on the show a lot.
Thucydides.
When an emerging power threatens a current power, there's a high likelihood of war, of conflict. So I think on the geopolitical scale, that's a lot more important, especially with the picture of Taiwan, which
talking
the
about China.
United States, geopolitically is kind of
thought he was
ignoring
talking about
almost outright. So to see this Russian perspective, there's a way that there should be negotiations. We shouldn't just give anything up. We should be tough. We should, control our interests.
Wait. Is he saying that the deal being made right now with America, Ukraine, and Russia is going to make America and Russia? It's working on America and Russia's relations to make them our allies over China's. Maybe it is what you. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is that what he's
That's what
saying?
I was saying.
That's
if
what it
that
sounds
would-
like
if
he's
that
saying now to
happened.
me. That he's saying that we should take over we should get what's the word?
Like,
Affiliation with Russia. I can't
By
think of it.
giving
Alliance.
them-
We should build an alliance with Russia.
by letting them have Ukraine. Is that what he's
Is that what he's
trying to
saying?
say?
That's what might have been kind of what he was saying originally. 'Cause he said, you don't know if there's a bigger deal going on here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Between
'Cause we
whatever.
don't.
So it could be, okay, now you're not aligning with China. We're letting you take over Ukraine.
If we give you Ukraine, you gotta be friends with us.
I mean, that could be like the start of a relationship.
Yeah.
True. Okay, yeah. See, I like these kind of conversations. 'Cause I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm
Me
learning
either.
as we go. And I appreciate you, Tim Cash. This is a good video, man.
But we have to also ask ourselves, what were the Russians and Chinese saying when the United States was invading Iraq, when the United States was invading Afghanistan? Were they saying, hey, if they attack this country, this sovereign country that had nothing to do with 9/11, like Iraq, are we going to defend them when they're doing a genocide on their people? That's and again, I'm not making those arguments, but those were the arguments and conversations that happened in their countries, and we have to understand that those arguments, if we're going to come to a table to try to understand this larger world picture that's unfolding right now, that's extremely complicated.
There's crazy things happening right now. I think the larger world picture is ultimately what's pushing everything that's happening in America. Every single thing, all of these crazy movements, all of this crazy infighting and distractions, it's all for this move that he's talking about. And I do believe that because there's so much shit happening that would have never have happened. Like it's so unexpected, you know, like it's not unexpected, but it's like wild, the type of things that are happening. And it's like shit that I wouldn't have expected, I guess, you know?
I agree.
And a lot of things that people are seeing for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are seeing this type of shit for the first time. Like this shit
when I was a kid,
unprecedented.
Legit, I would never expect to see like a pregnant man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Have that be no, but like I know exactly what you're saying.
Like
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah.
Like that's what like people are going so hard about.
There's craziness being thrown in your face,
exactly.
like all hours of the day, the world. But I'm thinking more like the media, like even manipulating people to the level that they are, like creating nearly unrest in this fucking country.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like mental unrest. More than civil unrest, like mental unrest
people
for
are going,
people are going crazy over what the media is doing, and it's fucking crazy.
It's so wild. You're right. I wouldn't think of that either.
They're ramping up MK Ultra type shit, you know, like it's like this shit is out of control, bro. It really is. Facebook censoring everybody, YouTube, fucking all these things, just like things that you wouldn't expect, but
I'm so happy we
it's
live
happening.
in Texas.
They're just totally being like, forget the Constitution. Like, they're just doing whatever the fuck they want.
They're
this
trying to
just
abolish
crazy.
that shit.
Crazy, man. But yeah, let's keep going.
United States took Iraq. China's going to take Taiwan. Russia takes Crimea.
So
Ukraine,
the whole idea of the Genocide Convention, right? Like, I'm not a fan of countries going out nation building, you know, taking over areas. The U.S. any kind of this is not good behavior. Genocide is one of these things. The reason the Genocide Convention exists is because there was a very serious genocide, the Holocaust, right? And people said, we can't allow this to happen. This is something that everybody needs to get involved in internationally. When we see this happening, we really need to act, right? Because this is the worst thing humans do to each other.
No one's doing that.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
Yeah, there was
China's
we
going
talked about it a bit.
crazy.
There was a post James Lindsay made
TikTok,
about what separates a concentration
about
camp
this.
from normal form
Let's
of
play with
imprisonment,
TikTok.
and they said it's when someone is detained without due process, when they're taken from their home and put in a camp without due process.
Exactly right.
The escalation, on the other hand, is you know, it depends, right? So that's the idea about what happened in Germany was they were going and taking people and then sending to these camps, which is happening in a lot of different parts of the world, and it's not just China.
Also, a lot of people, you know, a lot of the bigger political establishment in Russia is saying, well, the United States got Libya. They got Syria. They're creating a domestic conflict in Yemen. They had their sphere of influence in Iraq, in Afghanistan. They're getting theirs. We should get ours. So that's the type of conversations that they're having. And I think, again, there's a lot of chess pieces on the table, but we have to reassess what we know, what we're told, because there's a totally different picture that we're not seeing that we should see.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. If you want to watch live, you can check out this channel Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you want more unfiltered and uncensored content with all of these guests, go to timcast.com and become a member.
All right, bro.
Word.
Yeah, this
That was
is
a
a good video.
Yeah, that was
Good
I
channel,
liked
man.
that video.
Yeah, their channel's fire. So yeah, that's like he said, this wasn't his lead video. This wasn't the video we were gonna make either, but it was
For
the
real.
one that definitely needed to be made. I felt like
Yeah.
we saw the title of the video and we were like, I brought it up to her because we were trying to find a video that to watch, and I brought it up to her, and we just started talking about it rather than even
Making
doing
it.
a video.
Yeah.
Like, just from the headlines, we were like, yeah, we'll make a video about
Yeah,
that.
we're like, wait, stop the conversation.
Yep. So
But-
yeah, we had to. That was
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
it's crazy. It's very surprising because I wasn't expecting. I was really like, yo, we're about to go to war. And that was in my head. Like, okay,
Or they're
you're
gonna
threatening
try
people with
something.
nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Like, you're asking for an issue when you're just saying nuclear just for no reason on the news. You know,
For real.
it's just maybe not no reason, but whatever. You know, I just feel like
Yes.
nuclear
yeah.
war should be avoided.
I
Like,
agree
you
with
shouldn't
that.
just be saying shit like that. I do
No.
believe that. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd's bonus.
Please like the video if you haven't already. I just said that, but really, I'm trying hard to get you guys to like it so you guys understand how
Please.
important the likes are. Thank you so much. If you comment, I appreciate that even more because that helps with the algorithm as well. So yes.
Comments. And you
like-
might be on the comment video that we
Oh
make.
yeah, and we're making a comment video very soon. So make sure you leave memorable comments.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, remember to always stay flawed. Don't you dare try to play flawed. And if you see me in the streets, then you better say, "Hey, flawed."
Make it easier for me to go to sleep at night. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went, the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went, the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane.